Welcome back. Today, a piece of money history is ending. After 238 years, the U.S. is minting its last penny ever. President Trump ordered the nation to stop making the penny, saying each one costs 4 cents to create. Some merchants worry they'll have to round up prices or down to compensate for not having a 1-cent coin. When it comes to city names, Minneapolis is not a Washington or a Springfield. You won't find our name popping up in a whole lot of other states. And while there's a Minneapolis Township in North Carolina, there's only one other incorporated city of Minneapolis in all of the U.S. So when we heard that, we just had to check it out. Sammy Salina has more on how the town got its name, what makes it stand out, and who the famous figure is who once called it home.
Welcome to beautiful Minneapolis. And if it doesn't look familiar to you, that's because this is Minneapolis, Kansas, population 1,946. What do you love about Minneapolis?
It's like Mayberry for me. Everybody knows everybody.
What's the drawback to living in Minneapolis, Kansas?
Everybody knows everybody.
Most businesses are on the main drag. They all pull double duty. The salon sells home goods, the tool shop sells dessert.
I don't think very often you see a hardware store selling ice cream.
Nope.
Minneapolis is certainly mini in the eyes of city folk.
We're the happening center.
But it's actually the county's largest town. Ashley Swisher is the dentist and owner of All Smiles.
We're gonna add a little bit here.
Ashley's very busy as the only dentist in the county, but what I've learned is that people in Minneapolis don't just wear one hat. She actually co-owns the brewery and coffee shop right next door.
I mean, looking around here, we know everybody that's in here.
While some documents suggest the city was named after Minneapolis, Minnesota, because at the time, in the 1870s, we were up and coming, local historians believe it was because of the Solomon River. It runs right through the middle of town, and Minneapolis translates to City of Waters.
I'm 6th generation, but they came in 1867.
Marvin Boyd Ballew's family has been farming here since. He works for the Ottawa County Historical Museum.
What was going on in 1867 here in Minneapolis?
A lot of nothing, I think.
The town is rooted in agriculture, but its claim to fame
He was born into slavery.
was a man dedicated to uplifting poor black farmers.
George Washington Carver was a famous black scientist. He went to high school here.
Carver focused much of his career on developing sustainable crops that would benefit those with similar beginnings as his.
Made all kinds of products out of peanuts, sweet potatoes.
And across the street from the museum is the auto shop. That's where the mayor runs his business. Why did he run for mayor?
Well, I didn't exactly run for mayor. I thought you had it. There you go.
As then City Council President David Sweat defaulted to the position.
I've been unopposed twice now.
He wouldn't mind some competition,
Due for an oil change.
just to take a ball out of his juggling act. But you may be wondering, what is there to do here?
Now, their big attraction is Rock City. This is a collection of Dakota sandstone that has been cemented by calcite.
Southwest of town, sandstone around here swirled around as the water receded.
Dwayne Morris is on the park's board of directors.
One time they were going to crush the rocks and make the highway out here.
Consider him a diehard fan of these rock stars
We think so.
when he isn't working as a county commissioner. And believe it or not, many of these Minneapolitans have been to its colder counterpart.
There's more people in one block in Minneapolis, Minnesota than there is in the entire county here.
It's big. Big and cold.
Cold. That's exactly it.
I had Minneapolis Lion shirt on, and someone asked me, I didn't know there was a school up here that was Minneapolis Lions. And I had to inform them that it was Minneapolis, Kansas.
tells me they won't be moving to our side of the Midwest,
It's huge. White knuckles for a small town.
despite the necessity
Okay, open real big.
of many Jacks, of many trades.
Small towns either grow or die.
But still, the work feels light with so few hands,
A good chance to give back to the community the way I feel it.
because there's a lot of love
We are kind of like family.
in this tiny town.
We wouldn't know what to do if we didn't have one another to do things with.
Sammy Solina, KARE 11 News.
Stick with us. More news and weather is coming up after the break.